Can you hear me, Sudharma?
It's 10 a.m. Now let's start the meeting. So, good morning, guests and fellow Toastmaster. A warm welcome to meeting number 168 of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I'm Toastmaster Amit, your Sergeant at Arms for today. I'm sure you are as excited as I am. The meeting will be logged for 2 hours, and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before I start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on, your audio should be off. Your audio should be on only, this should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topic of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International doesn't put any restriction on speaking on these topics, but at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial view on these sensitive topics. Also, urge you to be the cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist or any such undertone that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Now, let me welcome our presiding officer for today, DTM Nancy Goel. About Nancy, she is working as senior analyst. She is a certified event consultant and personal branding coach. She is the president of Gabbys Toastmaster Club. Over to you, DTM Nancy.
Ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow Toastmasters, this was our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Amit. Please put your hands together for our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Amit. With this, on this beautiful note, I want to call this meeting to order. Once again, a very, very, very good morning and charming morning to one and all present today. I don't see many guests. I see Toastmaster Denver. I saw him joining. Okay, if he's not here. All right, rest of us are members only. I would want to acknowledge the presence of all our members and guests who are joining us today on this beautiful morning. And I want to share one quick announcement with all of you. Every time I take up stage as presiding officer of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, I announce either we are growing on the path of educational awards or we are going towards membership, something or the other. So what's new this week? This week, we have added 2 more members to the Gabbys family. 2 more members. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Yogesh Kumar, who is here with us. And we have got a reinstated member, Toastmaster Ashmi. She is not here in the meeting. However, we welcome both our new members to the meeting. Well, for the benefit of guests, I see Denver is now on camera. Denver, you will be introduced as a speaker, so I'll not take your introduction at the moment. Plus, you are more or less like a family to us nowadays. So we'll come to you later. However, for the benefit of guests and our Toastmasters, I would say Toastmasters is a 100-year-old organization. It's a place where we find psychological safety. It's a place where we come here, practice public speaking, learn communication skills, leadership skills, active listening skills, team management, time management, stress management, anxiety management, if you are ExCom member. All these at one place, 2 hours every Saturday. This is a place where you can unlearn, learn, relearn, and what not you can do here. So yes, that's about Toastmasters. Now coming to what do we have in store for today? Journey to the destination. Whenever I think of this topic, journey to the destination as theme, it reminds me of my failed table topic attempt at Gabbys contest. Last time when we had this TT contest at the Gabbys, this term itself, there was a huge topic, a big one that I couldn't decipher. But the topic meant whether it's journey that's important to you or the destination. Now, you might be thinking both are important. Some of you would be pro journey, some of you would be pro destination. I don't want to hear it from you as of now because I'm sure our Toastmaster of the day has got a lot for us with regards to the theme. So I'll leave it to her what she wants to take us through. With this, I want to invite our Toastmaster of the day. I want to pass on the baton to our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day for today is someone who is joining us all the way from Chandigarh, who is a chartered accountant by profession, working with EY from last 10 years. Someone who has recently joined our family and all said to be Toastmaster of the day. Very first time she's picking up this role. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Inderpal Chadda. Over to you, Toastmaster Inderpal.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. Good morning to all the fellow Toastmaster. And yeah, Nancy, thanks everyone for giving me this opportunity. I hope I do it well and looking forward to do more such where I can improve more. So yeah, talking about today's theme, journey to destination, I would say we all can relate to it in a number of ways. And as Nancy, you said that you can relate it to your journey to the becoming the like president here or the director here. So we all can relate to the journey in different ways. If I think about this topic, it can be journey to destination, can be any adventurous journey that we have taken. So we can think about whether the journey was important, journey was fun, or whether it was the destination once we reached there. And either we can take it from any of our personal sphere of life, be it professional, academic, or any personal thing that we want to pursue in our life, and we had been struggling through to reach the destination. So if I look back, there has been multiple hurdles that I had faced in my personal, professional life to be where I am today. And I think it was the consistency and a lot of other good things that I learned in my way, till I reached my destination. So in hindsight, it was definitely a beautiful journey, be it whether it was clearing my chartered accountancy or maybe joining different jobs that I have been into, or maybe like the promotions to my recent position in the organization. So it had been a lot of difficult situation that I have encountered in my personal, professional life that led me where I am. But there has been immense learning throughout. All these whiles, I had been resilient to a lot of things that came on the way. So that is what I think about when I think about journey to the destination. And in respect to today's theme, I would like everybody to ponder something that is unique, and they can call it their own journey to the destination, which they think that they are proud of, that today they didn't give up, and something or the other led them to be where they are today. So with that, I would like to share a few quotes that I have gathered for today theme. Yeah, this cover page also reminds me of the theme. If you look through the lens, and if you look at hindsight, a lot of things that we have achieved while going through the journeys that we have been. There are a few quotes that I wanted to read here. So first, yeah, it's not only about the destination, it's about the journey too. Life is a journey, and every step will be faced with the choices that will determine the person who we are when we reach the destination. And if we have that bigger picture in mind, and if we make time to make the right decision at the right time, and not just the easiest decision, we look back and be proud of our journey. Let's be fearless in the pursuit of what sets our soul on fire, and let's go after what we want to do in life. If we don't do we'll never be able to do it. If we don't ask, we'll never be able to hear the answer as yes, and the answer will always be no. And if we don't step forward, it will always be the same place we are in. So these are a few things that I wanted to share with you before we started the session. Another one, last one, is from the movie The Switch. I really like the dialogues in the movie. And this one relates to our theme, so I thought of putting it together. Every once in a while, out of all randomness, something unexpected happens that pushes us all forward. And the truth is, what I'm struggling to think, what I'm struggling to feel, is maybe the human race isn't race at all. So I would say it's everybody time when the things happen. So let's take it in a positive way, and um, and just continue where we want to go. That's about it. So with that, just want to request if anybody would like to share anything, any thoughts that they have relating to today's topic. If not, we can start with today's session. So I'll share the structure of today's meeting. We all know, but in the interest of you guests that are there. So these sessions, the structure of meeting is it's divided into three parts. One is the prepared speech. So we have three prepared speech today. One is by Gauri, another one is by Yogita, and third one is by Denver. And after the prepared speech, we will take 5 minutes break. Post 5 minutes break, we will join where we will have interesting table topics, which is led by Melvia Dsouza. And post the table topics, we will have the evaluation session by our journal evaluator, Samita Kar. And post that, we will conclude the session. So I hope we all are excited for today's session. I'll introduce the journal evaluator, Samita Kar. Samita Kar, she is someone who has an experience of 30 plus years in her academic as a principal, and now she is a trainer. She is mother of two wonderful children, and one of her son, Souvik, introduced her to Toastmaster. So I request everyone to put her hands together for Samita Kar. She'll introduce her and her team for today's session. Over to you, Samita.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. We are again in Gabbys with an interesting and informative session today. I being the general evaluator, the purpose of general evaluation is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take note of everything that happens or doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of presentation, preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, and so on. At the end of this meeting, I'll be giving my report. Now, such a work cannot be done by me alone, so I do have my team who will be helping me in this. So I have my TAGL team. The first is Timer. Timer Souvik is the one who hails from a quaint town in Maharashtra. And as a millennial, his childhood was devoid of internet, leaving him with ample time for two of his greatest passion, reading and playtime. He's a graduate, did his MBA, and completed his first stint as a Toastmaster. Timer, Toastmaster Souvik Kar, please tell us about the timings that you will be displaying and show us the cards.
Good morning, all the Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the meetings and table topic speakers as well as the evaluations. I will also alert the speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards. For prepared speeches, which should be 5 to 7 minutes in length, At 5 minutes, I'll raise my green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll raise the red card. For individual evaluations, that it should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. For table topics speeches, which should be not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. And now I'll call upon our counter. Our counter is our DTM, Nancy Goel. She is working as a senior data analyst. She is a certified image consultant, personal branding coach. She is the president of Gabbys Toastmaster Club and a wonderful mentor.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samita, for a warm introduction. Hi, everyone. Once again, I am the counter for today's meeting. May I request people in the room to stay quiet, please? Thank you. As our counter for today's meeting, I will be making notes of all the fillers and foghorns. When I say fillers, fillers means all words that we use like, so, but, and, or whatever is your specific word. Foghorns for any sounds that we use, as, whatever we use. So I'll be making note of all these sounds, all these words and sounds, and I'll come back with my report towards the end of the meeting when called upon by General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My next is a very important person, the grammarian. Grammarian, Toastmaster Sanjeet V, who is a fun-loving person who likes to explore places and enjoy nature, a good listener and business analyst by profession. He's based in Bangalore and works for FIS.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. A very good morning to all my fellow Toastmasters and the guests. So today I'm going to play the role of a grammarian. So as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuse of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is ebullient. So how do I spell it? It is EBULLIENT, ebullient, which means very energetic, positive, and happy. Someone who is cheerful and full of energy. Few of the examples of this word, how we can use that in our sentences is, he wasn't his usual ebullient self. She sounded ebullient and happy. He was openly ebullient after the election. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give my report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you. The important part is listening, active listening. We all know. And today we'll have a listener with us, Toastmaster Atul Chandra Srivastava. Atul is from Hyderabad. He did his MSc Psychology and B.Ed in Special Education and a retired principal from the state government of Telangana. He has a deep passion for training and public speaking and is certified member from IMPA Hyderabad. Please, listener Toastmaster Atul, tell us your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the listener of the day. A very patient work I have to do. I'll be listening closely to everything which is happening in the meeting and will be drafting some questions which I will be testing at the last of the meeting. So and it will be really very challenging for everyone and at the same time for me too. Thank you.
This was all from my team. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. I will present my report when called.
Thanks, Samita, for wonderful introduction of your team. Now we can start with the prepared speeches. So first one is by Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. Gauri Aggarwal, can you please confirm your presence?
I'm there.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
If I talk about Gauri, there's some ego. So if I talk about Gauri, she's a chartered accountant by profession. She's currently pursuing her passion to be an image consultant and a soft skill trainer. She is passionate about building her own brand, a rebrand, which takes care of the self transformation. So today, Gauri will be presenting us speech precise mistake. It's her, the path is engaging humor. The level is 2. It's project number 2. Project name is connecting with your audience, and speed duration is 5 to 7 minutes. She will be evaluated by Mamta Singh. So over to you, Gauri. So TM Gauri, precise mistakes. Looking forward to hear from you.
By virtue of being human, you and I are bound to make mistakes. Have you ever made a huge mistake? If yes, then unmute yourself and give me an I. No one? Did I hear some eyes? Okay, so all of you who have made those mistakes, put your eyes in a box and put them aside, because here I am a special one. Now, my parents decided to make a precise mistake. At this point of time, you need to know a little bit about my background. My grandfather was a radiologist and ultrasonologist of great repute. Repute meaning he has his name calligraphed in some book in London, which records the names of 100 best doctors in the world. Some of his clients were bigwigs, so let's call him Bond, James Bond. Now, this guy had not one, not two, but 3 sons. The elder 2 sons further had 2 sons. This made Mrs. Bond, my grandmother, a female Bond in her head. But James craved for the birth of a girl child. Now, when I showed some symptoms of being ready for detection of gender, I was detected to be a boy. The environment around was that of agonizing elation, but my mom displayed subdued ebullience. Of course, I was going to be her firstborn child. Let's fast forward to 9 months. My mom was due for her last and final ultrasound. And suddenly weird sounds started coming from the clinic. Hi, ho, ha, ha. But nobody could decipher whether what he saw were good, bad, or extremely ugly.
I think we lost her.
I think she connected through phone and she got a call. Let's wait for her to be back. Timer, can you please pause the time?
Yes, I have paused the time.
Okay, thank you.
Toastmasters, we can go with second speaker after now. She is joining until.
Should we wait for 1 minute?
Okay, she is back.
I'm so sorry. I think I just got dropped out because of a bad internet connection.
No worries.
No worries.
You can.
You can.
Do I restart?
It's up to
It's
you.
up.
Do you start from beginning or do you want to start from regular?
Okay, so can I just continue if, I mean, however my evaluator would like me to do it.
You can continue from where you left.
Okay. Just give me a second, please. Okay, so there were funny sounds coming from the clinic. And if the R counter would have been in the room, then DTM Nancy, you would have shut your ears and run backwards. Now, in the middle of this confusion, my mother started with her opera, no, 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 no. But Bond was just focusing on me. He very quietly and timidly uttered the words, "It's a girl." My mother's mouth dropped open. She just felt that what had happened to her child in the last 2 months. She gathered the reports and hurriedly went towards her gynecologist, who in equal astonishment confirmed that it was going to be a girl. By now, my mother was panicking and perspiring. She had to be calmed down. So a few more tests and scans were done, and the gynecologist assured her that it's going to be a baby girl and an absolutely healthy one. Now, they also have a picture of me sucking my thumb, which holds a very prized possession somewhere today in the dark, deep dungeons of the garage. Anyways, after that day, my mother was treated not less than an empress. She was not allowed to get off her throne, even if she wanted to go for a walk in the Mughal gardens of the backyard. She was not allowed to set foot on ground. She felt like Meena Kumari in a cage. Now come, walk with me to the day of delivery. The atmosphere was tensed. No one knew what to expect. I mean, they knew, but they didn't know. You know what I mean? So my mother was wheeled in and she held my dad's hand while they were passing through the corridor. The stretcher was screeching loudly in the quiet corridors. After that, it's a blur to me as well, because even I, by that time, was puffing and huffing to be delivered. Outside the room, there was pin drop silence. My father was pacing up and down, but Bond was very puzzled, perplexed, pondering, bashing himself up, but also hoping that his mistake would be a normal one. At this moment, my father's elder brother mustered the courage to walk up to him and say something in the middle of Dead Sea. So he said, "Think about Vivekanand." All he invoked was a dirty look back from my father. He meant, keep quiet. Soon from behind came the nurse, and she had me in her arms and handed me over to Mr. Bond. Bond held me, but looked at the nurse. At this point, any onlooker would have mistaken him to be a lecherous old man. But soon the nurse smiled and said, "It's a girl." I saw ebullience on my grandfather's face, and he looked at me back. Now, this can happen to anyone, a precise mistake. What is a precise mistake? A mistake where we do not, where we use all precision and accuracy, and yet things are beyond our understanding, perception, and control. It can happen to any one of us. But there are some takeaways in this kind of a situation, which is adaptability. Adapting to the unexpected outcomes and maneuvering your way through it. The second is Such kind of experiences help to foster the development of great problem-solving skills. They help you to think creatively, critically, and adaptively, giving out solutions to complex problems. And the third one, they help to reevaluate all assumptions, preconceived notions, and beliefs. So this is one such precise mistake. Signing off. Thank you.
You are muted, Toastmaster.
Thanks, Toastmaster Gauri. It was a wonderful speech about the precise mistake topic, and I can very well relate to. We are four sisters, and somewhere behind the thought process, my dad always wanted to have a son, and that's how we are four. But I think my mom can very well relate to it. We are like a son to her, and I don't think we are doing everything that a son can do, and whatever he cannot do, I think we are more than a son to her now. So yeah, with that, we can move to next topic. So our next speaker is Toastmaster Yogita. She is someone who is a go with the flow person, and a joyful person. She's always been people person, enjoying her various phases, and she is an HR and image soft skill trainer. Beyond the hustle, we'll find her dancing, reading, reading books, and exploring new places. Um, so in today's session, Yogita will be taking part dynamic leadership. It's a level 2, project 2. Her project name is Understanding Your Communication Style. Her speed duration is 5 to 7 minutes, and speech title is It's Okay to Be a Chameleon. Her evaluator is distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. So I'll handing it over to Yogita. Yogita, Toastmaster Yogita, it's okay to be a comedian.
What is communication? It is not what you say, but what others understand. Therein, it is more important to focus on the how aspect. Many a times we believe communication is only speaking, but actually, it's a two-way traffic. A kid crying for food, a dumb person saying it's all a form of communication. Sometimes silence is also a form of communication. As they say, silence speaks louder than words. According to Toastmasters International, there are 4 styles of communication that I'm going to share with you. They are direct, analytical, supportive, and initiating. Some of us often use one style more than the other, but understanding other types of communication will definitely help you to achieve the desired results in your personal as well as your professional life. A person with direct communication style is focused, results-oriented, ambitious, fast, and decisive. Others may also perceive them as strong-willed or demanding. At work, they display more concern for results than relationships, and they do not easily share their feelings with others. Let's take an example of a salesperson, Nia. So Nia here is going to sell a pen by using a direct communication style. Nia: hello, sir. Can I take your 2 minutes of time? Customer: yeah, sure. Please go ahead. Sir, we have recently launched this new brand of pen. It is stylish with a comfortable grip and can give a royal image to the holder. It has attracted pen lovers from across the world. And you know what's the best part? It just cost ₹99. Customer says, okay, that's great. Do you have any discounts? No, sir, there is no discount. In fact, the demand is so high that we are not even able to fulfill the orders. I am so sorry, sir, but I cannot give you any further discount. So I'm actually getting late for another meeting. Do call me if you need one. And see you soon. So what we observed here, that this person does not mince words and is very clear about what she wants. She is focused, results oriented, and very fast. The second communication style is analytical communication style. This person they are very precise, logical, analytical, and they also might be sometimes perceived as diplomatic. They are also termed as perfectionists. They are very private and they do not easily express emotions. Let's understand how Nia uses this style. So, we have launched this new brand of pen. It is stylish with a comfortable grip and can give a royal image to the holder. With your regular usage pattern, this can comfortably write up to 1,000 pages. And if you can do monthly servicing, it can go up to 2,000 pages. You will never feel the pain writing because the grip here is made up of high engineered metal, which will reduce the muscle pain in your fingers. So you see, they are always precise, exact, organized, and logical. Now comes the third style, that is the supportive style. Supportive style is calm, steady, approachable, and gentle. Because the supportive style person do not like changes. They may appear indecisive. They prefer praises to be given privately, and they put a high priority on relationships and they do not like conflict. Let's see how our friend Nia enacts this one. So, we have launched this new brand of pen. It is stylish with a comfortable grip and can give a royal image to the holder. I know your usage pattern, you were using different kinds of pen before for your long writing habits. But this will be more suitable as it has better engineered grip, which will reduce the pain in your fingers. Sir, the best part is it only costs ₹99. And don't worry, if you don't like it, I will come and take it back. You can take it for the demo purpose for a week. You can pay us once you're happy with the result. According to this style, we realize she is very calm, steady, sincere, and gentle. Last but not the least, a person with an initiating communication style is sociable, enthusiastic, energetic, spontaneous, persuasive, and fun-loving. They may be perceived as someone who talks more than they listen. They like to feel accepted and motivated by the relationships. Just putting Nia into those shoes, let's portray this one. So, we have launched this new brand of pen. It is stylish with a comfortable grip and can give a royal image to the holder. I know you're in no mood to buy, but I insist that you should definitely buy this one, as I don't want you to miss this golden opportunity. I would say that this is once in a lifetime opportunity. Look at the goddamn price. It's cheap, just ₹99. So we observe that she is ebullient, energetic, spontaneous, and persuasive. My dear friends, there is no right way or wrong way of communication. Communication is like a pizza. It has to be made suitable for your tastes according to the toppings you add for other people. One has to practice and master other communication styles too, since I believe it's very important for us to identify which style to be used where. In my case, I am a combination of initiating and supportive, but practicing different styles as well. I love talking to people and I believe in being a chameleon. I know that being a chameleon in colloquial English has a very negative connotation, but I am using this expression here in a very positive sense to say that you should be agile and flexible when it comes to using these different communication styles. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Are you ready to be a communication style chameleon? Over to you, TMOD.
You're muted, Toastmaster Inderpal.
Thanks, Toastmaster Yogita. It was really great to hear about the communication style. I think we all can relate to different communication style that we practice, and yeah, direct, analytical, supportive are the different style of communication that a person can have. As Toastmaster Yogita mentioned, there's no right or wrong way. It's just that how we express ourselves and how we deal into different circumstance. but definitely sometimes there is a requirement that we might have to adopt or change the style that is required during the need of the hour. So yeah, with that we can move to another speech, which is by Toastmaster Denver Dias. Toastmaster Denver is a private English language coach by profession and a great fitness and health enthusiastic. He enjoys reading books and going on long walks. So Toastmaster Denver will be evaluated by Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal. Path is presentation mastery, level 2, project number 2. Project name is effective body language. Speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title is Beauty of Relationships. Toastmaster Denver's Dias, Beauty of Relationship.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the day. My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, let me begin with a question. What makes a relationship so beautiful? There can be either one element or several of them, or you can either think there is one that is significant than the other. But let me tell you, there are several types of elements that make it collaboratively engaging to make a relationship beautiful. Some of them open communication, respect, mutual trust, loyalty, and honesty. Hear me out this morning. It is not only about romantic relationships that I'm going to talk about, but also the relationships that we do share amongst our parents, friends, and also pets. As humans, we are naturally designed to have relationships and communicate. If it is not there for us, we are long gone by now. It's mandatory. And we are interdependent beings. I myself is in my mid-20s and I have had several relationships which were beautiful. And I learned the fact that it is a rent paid every single day. Well, it is not by monetary terms, but it's the willingness, the sacrifice, and also the commitment that you have to give every single day towards the relationship to make it work, and if you don't feel that. This way, if you or your significant other do not do it on a continuous basis, there we see the downfall of the relationship. My dear friends, I then realized it is on the simple things that matter the most in a relationship. And that creates the beauty of a romantic relationship. Imagine we as friends walking on a sideline, sitting on the road, eating cotton candy, blabbering about things that we thought maybe could have saved the world. But right now, it doesn't even make sense. You know, bunking classes to play cricket, of course, a lot of Indians and Sri Lankans can relate to this. And there's another disclaimer on this. I would not take any responsibility right now on what I'm going to say, because I know there is 2 or 3 teachers over here and it is going to make their lives very difficult. And yes, we got to give some credit for the ebullient and the joyful superstar havoc creating backbenchers in a classroom. Well, I can call myself maybe a proud backbencher, but I don't know how a teacher would take it. But if you're a student right now, please don't take my advice. Okay? Of course, we have come across even a single moment in our lives that the backbenchers have created immense joy in. So yet, that is also a significant beauty of a relationship with friends. I oftentimes did commute in a bus after school in the last few days of my school time as well with my friends when I obviously missed the van. And what we used to do, we sit in the back bench of the bus, we take one of our mobile phones and connect the Bluetooth speaker to the bus. Because we thought maybe we are doing a help to the community by lowering the sound and not listening to all these breakup songs which did not make sense. However, there was never a good ending because obviously the driver and the conductor were confused on what's being played. Because there's no collaboration between the song that is being playing and what's there on the TV. And 6-7 years ago, what they do obviously is they switch the Bluetooth system off. And we so-called Bluetooth gurus Again, switch the Bluetooth on and make the traveling bus a portable temporary party house till we get it. So these are the little things that we can cherish as the beauty of a relationship when it comes with friends. After a long, exhausting, and overwhelming day of work, when you go open the door, open the gate, you see your beautiful pet right in front of you. It can be a dog, it can be a cat, it can be a tortoise. And when they run to you, I don't know how long it takes for a tortoise to run towards you, so you might as well you run towards the tortoise. These moments with your pets are priceless. I do not even have the words to justify the moment. You play with them, you feed them, you love them, you take care of them, you run with them. That is such a beautiful moment where we can embrace as a beauty of a relationship with our pets. I myself, when I go out, my mother calls me more than 100 times. And that is always also not about to know where exactly I am, but also to prepare a meal and keep a tea ready, warm on the table. That is such a South Asian thing, I guess, right? If you do have friends in Europe, please do me a favor. Talk to them, text them and ask, is it same thing that is happening over there? Well, of course, they do have interesting things that are happening. However, this is something that we got to embrace and acknowledge the love that the parents have towards us and that we need to share before we regret in our lives. And that is the beauty of the love and the relationships that we have and share commonly with our parents. Lastly, before I want to conclude, I would like you to join and embark with me on this journey today as we start strong on a fresh Saturday morning to reminisce on and cherish the moments that we wanted to live and we live with our friends, family, everyone, and that we cherish as beautiful relationships. Take a moment back, take a step back, be grateful, acknowledge that presence. It's not always about the quantity. It's not about always there's 1,000 people around you are going to make your relationships good. It's about quality. Maybe that one person in your life can make the beauty come out and make you feel like 1,000 other cannot. So walk with me today, embrace and be grateful and joyful what you have gathered in the beauty of this relationship and see wonders happen in your life. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Toastmaster Denver's Dias. It was nice hearing to you about the beauty of relationship, and we all can very well relate to. Personally, I think you spoke about different kind of relationship one can have and can cherish. The relationships that we connect with different people while being a stranger, with our pets, relationships that we share with our friends, our school friends, our professional friends, and others, and how we can actually make it more authentic, valuable by showing those commitments and connections. So yeah, and especially I think I was listening to you when you were talking about the backbencher. Even I was backbencher during my college days, and there were about a group of 7, 8 friends, which I'm still touch with. It's been 15 years, and I'm still meeting them, and it's always fun to talk about those stories. So it was really great. Now I think we are reaching the break time, so we'll pause for 5 minutes. It's 10:49, so we will be back by 11:54. So we can take quick 5 minutes break. Thank you, everyone.
We will be back by 10:55, not 11.
Sorry, 10:55. Yeah.
Toastmaster Amit, do we have a song to play?
Sudharma, can you allow two guests are coming inside? They want to join.
Okay, I will see. I didn't get a message.
Yeah, no problem. It's Anupama. And
No, they are on hold.
they are on hold. They are just messaging me. Anupama and Aditya Dhanraj.
Oh, I can't see anyone in waiting room.
They said they are not allowing.
No, there is no one in the lobby. I don't see anyone in the lobby.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll just call up and ask.
Just check if they are in the right place.
Okay, I'll just check it out.
Toastmaster Inderpal, the time is over.
People are coming back.
Okay.
I think we can start.
You are muted. You are muted.
Welcome everyone back. I hope we are energized for another session now. But before that, I will share another story. I'm not able to share my screen. Somebody has disabled me.
Yes, you can share.
You can.
Yeah. So relating to our theme, I want to share the adventurous trip that I was able to do recently. This was a road trip that I did from Delhi to Mumbai, and we were about a group of like 4 people, and we started from Gurgaon. And we stopped at different places. We stopped in Jaipur, starting with Jaipur, and then it was Udaipur. So these 2 pictures are from Jaipur. This was the sunset I was able to capture there. Stopped in Jaipur, then then we went to Udaipur. Udaipur, we stayed for a night. I think Lake Pachola, Fateh Sagar Lake. I don't know if some of you have been there. It was really beautiful. I went to Udaipur for the first time. Then from there, we went through Gujarat. So in Gujarat, we stayed in Gandhi Nagar, Gift City. I was able to visit Akshardhan Temple, which is the first Akshardhan temple that was built there in Gandhi Nagar. From there, we went to Ahmedabad. I would say I was really amazed with the cleanliness and also the infrastructure that's there in Ahmedabad, Gujarat throughout. From Ahmedabad, next day we decided to go to Statue of Unity. And I will recommend everybody to go there. Again, it's built fantabulous. It's the world-class facilities there, and it's the tallest statue. I was not very keen to go there, but my friends, and when I went there, I must say it's worth going there. From there, we went to Surat, stayed at Surat, and in Surat, next day we went to see the Surat diamond boards that's built and inaugurated recently on 17th of December by our Prime Minister. And from Surat, we went to next to Damandiu. We stopped there for lunch. And again, I visited Damandiu for the first time, and after that, by end of fortnight, we were able to reach Bombay, where I met my sister. And throughout the whole trip, I was really amazed. I've been to a lot of places, but I think the trip that I had this time, especially with those friends, group of friends, I think it was amazing. I made a lot of memories, and there was a lot of educational. I would say it was an educational trip also. I saw a lot of places which I haven't been there. So I just wanted to bring this theme again, that we can look at it from different angles, from not just from the like our journey of life, but also from the adventurous side. So just thought of sharing there. So coming back to our prepared speeches, just wanted to know, was there any disqualification? If if we can point that, and other than that, after that we can launch poll also.
No, there was no disqualification.
Okay. Great. And if can we launch poll?
We will launch
Zoom Master.
poll
Yeah.
again.
Okay. Okay. Great. So now,
We're doing it once. And launch. And launch.
yeah. So now we can start with table topics. Our table topic master is Melvia Dsouza. And if I talk about her, she is a very enthusiastic for all the speeches that she will listen and deliver here at Gabbys. She started her journey as a Toastmaster about a year back, and she's excited to be here at Toastmaster. For Toastmaster is her synonyms with creativity. She described herself as run-of-the-mill telecom engineer, and she works as a software engineer in EY. Over to you, Melvia Dsouza.
Thank you, TMOD. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. The theme that we have today, the journey to the destination, it reminds me of this phrase that I really connect with, which is, it's not about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Now, my take on this is very philosophical compared to what our TMOD just showed us. So, what I feel is that, say, you set out on a goal, which is, for example, let's take you want to lose weight. Now, for you to lose weight, you first start with a plan. You come up with what diet you want to follow, what exercises you want to go to. And that is the easy part. The next part is the execution, where you are challenged every step of the way. So you go, you meet your friends, and your friends are like, let's have pizza and burger. Now you have to make a decision whether you want to give in, whether you want to have a small portion of the pizza and burger and continue to stay in a deficit, or you want to stick to a bowl full of salad. When it comes to the exercise part, you will be challenged where they would all want to party, and you would have to decide whether you want to hit the gym because you haven't done that for the day. Now, you will achieve your goal one day. That's one day. But your journey is something that you have to take every single day. It could be 100 days where you continue to do this. So you cannot achieve the journey, of course, without the destination, of course, without the journey. But this is why I believe that the journey is important than the destination. And along the way, it's not just the goal that you have achieved, but you've also learned self-discipline. You've learned to be a healthier person, and you've learned to say no. Now, Toastmasters, this little speech that I gave had a header, a body, and a conclusion. And as Toastmasters, we are advised to stick to a header, body, and conclusion. Now, in this little thing, I knew the topic. But in the table topic section, you do not know the topic that I will be giving you. This is why it is something that I am really scared of. And for everyone's concern, I have taken easy topics. And because this is a very challenging section, you are advised to speak for a minute or two. So without further ado, I encourage each one of you to participate, and I open the floor to any volunteers for the table topics. Do we have any volunteers, or do I pick people up now?
Yeah, my name is Yogesh. I would like to take it.
Thank you, Yogesh. So the first topic I have, and an easy one I'll give, is can you talk about the best trip that you have taken?
Okay. The best trip I have taken is to Kulu Manali some 10 years back. That is along with my colleagues and friends. I enjoyed the trip very much. That was the first time I was traveling in the flight. From Bangalore to Delhi, we took a flight, and from Delhi to Kulu, we took a cab and we went there. The weather in Kulu Manali was very good. All of us were ebullient by seeing the snowfall there. We enjoyed the trip thoroughly, and we spent 3 or 4 days there enjoying the nearby places as well. We went for a skiing in the nearby place. We really enjoyed the trip. And after after these many years after the trip also, we cherished the moments that we spent there. And it also had what do you say, the bonding between the people also, that was very good. I think I'll end it here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yogesh, and thank you for also using the word of the day. So, okay, we have a speaker, Yogita. So can you talk about the worst trip you've had?
Definitely, when it comes to talking about the worst trip I've ever had, was a school picnic that we went when I was in class 6th. So I live in a place, I belong from UP, and I live in Agra. That is very much famous for the Taj Mahal. But every time until I was in class 6th, my school principal never ever thought of any other place apart from the Taj Mahal and the Red Fort that are in Agra. Okay. At first, I enjoyed that trips because as a kid, I had nowhere else to go. School picnics were the only one where I could enjoy with my friends. But in class 6, I was really excited You know, the reason was not Taj Mahal. We were going to a water park, and that was another amusement to my dictionary. Why? Because I never knew our principal could be so great, so very smart enough to take us to water park. Because now he used to consider that, okay, classic standards can take care of themselves. Nevertheless, we went to the water park, and why I call it the horrible picnic was I never knew how the slides thing work. But as I was excited, I got in a very boxed slide. It was a four-way altogether. It was only meant for people who have reached 15, 16 years of age. But since I was so ebullient, so uh, excited for the trip, I did not pay attention to my own age, mental and physical both. I ended up in that slide, and what a pump I had in that splash of water. I just hate even the thought of it. So yes, that was the most awful trip I've ever had, only because of my experience. But the place was really nice. I would advise everyone, in case if you have not visited, Taj Mahal and Agra is very beautiful. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yogita. That was really nice. And I totally relate to that. My school also took me to the same water park every year. Okay. Okay, would
Yes.
Toastmaster Sandeep like to go next?
Can we have someone from the room as well?
Yes, sure. We can do
Even
that.
for details.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed it. So would you like to go?
No, listen, we take this. The next couple of topics you can give us. So Amit and I would want to speak from the room.
Okay. All right.
Amit and also Nagesh, the of us would want to.
All right. So we'll next come to the room. Toastmaster Sandeep, would you like to go next?
Yes.
Okay. So can you give us your take on the quote? It's not about the destination, but the journey.
Thank you, Madam Table Topic Master. See the theme today and also the quote that you have given. It's very easy to get philosophical about it, and I'm trying to avoid the temptation of getting philosophical. But this is something I have, over the period of time, started believing that the only important thing is the journey, right? Because for destination, for everyone, it is same. It's just that, right? Everything in between is all different milestones. I have been in a situation where I have been so stressed with either work or personal issues that even going on a 5 days vacation, living in one of the most beautiful locations doesn't give you any peace or satisfaction, right? You don't even get to enjoy the beauty around you. And those are the moments that make you realize that if you're not really able to enjoy your day-to-day activities, you're not able to enjoy your surroundings, if you're not able to, as they say, stop and smell the roses, then nothing else really matters. So for me, I'm trying every day through my meditation practice, through my focus practice, to make sure that I get to enjoy every day and every moment. Because I do strongly believe that besides all the small milestones in the journey, the destination for all of us is the same. And you want to reach your destination in a very, very happy state of mind. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. That was a really nice take on the quote. Thank you. Toastmaster Gauri, since you're a speaker, I'll come back to you after I'm done with the members in the room. Okay. So from the room, who would like to take the first topic?
Amit.
Okay. Yes. So Toastmaster Amit, the theme I have is describe your life as a journey and the things you've learned along the way. So far, of course. All the lessons that you have learned in your life and your life as a journey.
Thank you, Melvia, for this topic. So I would say this way, like when I was in school, like everything was taken care by parents, right? So that time, I was totally chill, right? But when I came out from that school for the competitive exam, I came out. I saw the real struggle, like how people are kind of working hard to get something, right? After kind of college, when I entered into the corporate, I noticed a lot of things like it's totally different world. I mean, we have one life, but that is totally different world where we have to we get more responsibility our I mean personal life than our parents, then the career, then improvement of ourselves. So a lot of things I observed. So and also one more thing I realized that it's very important to balance each and everything. Like you can't focus on one or two things. Okay, your personal life, your health, your friend circle, your career. Like you need to prioritize everything. So yeah, these all things I have learned, and slowly I'm kind of I'm meeting people and exploring world and getting to know more about the life. So this is what I would say. Thank you, Mingu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Anyone more from the room? TTM Sourav?
Can we can give one online and again come back to the room, or do you want to?
Since we went online for a while, I thought we could do two from the room and then move again. Okay. So the topic I have for you is talk about your journey in overcoming a fear.
There is so many. The reason I'm thinking is not which fear I want to talk about. The reason I'm thinking is which all fear I have. And that's like a long list I cannot cover in the next 20 minutes or maybe in the next 2 hours as well. But it is one fear which was extremely strong for a very long period of time, was the fear of public speaking, or rather the fear of speaking. I know a lot of people in this room are finding it hard to believe. You have been hearing me for a very long time. As a presiding officer, as a speaker, as an evaluator, I speak in almost every meeting. I take educational sessions. So most of you here would feel that, I was always like this. I could always speak very naturally. Quite the opposite. Because of certain medical complications, when I was born in a very deformed way. If you pay attention to my face, you'll notice that one of my eyes is small. And this became a reason for my entire school to be behind me. Because we are conditioned to be normal, right? We believe that two eyes should be of the same size. When you draw a picture, you always draw two eyes of the same size. So someone like me suddenly popping in with one eye almost 1/3 of the other is something that the society finds very difficult to accept. That's not normal. And when it's not normal, you don't mix with people who are not normal. No sharing lunch with that person, no talking to that person, no playing with that person, ragging that person, catcalling, doing various kind of obscene gestures to make that person go low. All of these things got so much into my head that the cat took my tongue. I absolutely couldn't speak. Till one day, one teacher forced me to come up right here, where I'm standing right now, in front of a class of 30 people. And that day also I did a disaster. I messed it up, totally. Made no sense. But that day I got the confidence and the belief that I can go up there and at least wag my tongue. And from then till here, it's been quite a journey. And the result is that I don't know what's the fear of public speaking is anymore. Over to you, DTM.
Thank you, DTM Sourav. I think your speeches really showed it to us that being a Toastmaster, you learn how to be vulnerable and challenge yourself into being a better person. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience. Toastmaster Gauri, would you like to take the next topic? Toastmaster Atul, you can take the next topic after this. Right? Toastmaster
Sure.
Gauri, are you here? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I would like to give you the topic where you describe your journey from being a novice to being an expert in a domain. Do you want me to repeat it?
No, I think I got it.
Okay, thank you. Over to you.
So I showed some guts by raising my hand, but I actually have three beasts in the room. One is improv speaking, the second is engaging humor, and the third is DTM Nagesh Ramamurthy. I think he knows why. Anyways, my journey from being novice to an expert. I'm somebody who's born with RBF. For those who don't know, RBF means resting bitch face, which just means that if there are no expressions on your face, very quickly adjectives like unapproachability and arrogance get attached to you. Now, as I started my professional life, I was repelling people, they would just not come up to me, and I didn't understand why until I heard this concept. It also made me a little inconfident, and I withdrew within myself. Then I came across this course on image consulting and soft skills training, where they taught me confidence tips and how you can accentuate and play with your expressions, features, and display approachability, and just be a better person at people skills. So I think that's my journey from novice to being an expert, because now I take trainings on the same topic and help women shine and not feel inferior about something which is not in their hands. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gauri, for sharing your experience. We have one last topic, and Toastmaster Atul, would you like to go ahead? Okay. So the topic is, talk about your journey on learning something new.
Talk
Your
about
journey? Yeah, your journey on learning something new.
talk about the journey of
Learning
learning
something
something new.
new. Yes.
I remember my childhood days when one day in the classroom, my teacher said, "Oh, there's no teaching today." And we were really very happy. And everybody shouted. Then she took us to a place where she started showing how to cook vegetable. She was asking us to smell as well as whatever ingredients she was putting. It's all something happening which we didn't know it. But we were very much interested to watch our teacher doing that. And this was a new experience for me. And I realized that when we visited to Hyderabad, and one day in 1971, all of us got sick at home. My father didn't know how to cook. I also didn't know how to cook. My mother, sister, everyone was on the bed. And this experience, which our teacher taught us, I told my father that I know how to cook. And he was very excited to know how you came to know about cooking. And then we cooked food and served to people. The reason why I grasped all the thing is because all the inputs were taking information like smell, watching the things happening, the sound, everything. So I think that something which is new for us to learn is always useful in our future life. I felt very happy, and I really saluted my teacher that she has stopped teaching and she took us and taught us, not taught us, but gave a first-hand experience how to cook, which generally teachers don't do it.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster. That was a really good lesson that your teacher taught you, because I believe that cooking is not it's not a skill, but it's something that it's a basic necessity that every human should know, because it's a survival skill. Thank you for sharing your story. So with that, we come to an end to the table topic session. Thank you to all the participants, and back to you, TMOD.
Thanks, Toastmaster Melvia. Thank you for all the relatable topics and driving it so well. And thanks to all the fellow Toastmaster for ebullient speeches and volunteering on the toast table topics. With that, I would like to ask Toastmaster Souvik for any disqualification we had in the table topics.
There was only one disqualification.
Okay. And I want to ask.
Who got disqualified? We'll accordingly edit the.
Okay. And also I'd like to request Zoom Master.
Will you please ask the timer to confirm who got disqualified so that we can edit the code?
Yeah.
It was DTM Sourav Dutta who crossed the time limit.
Okay, but yeah, it was great hearing DTM Sourav your story relating to the topic. Other than that, I'll like to request Zoom Master if we can launch poll for the table topics.
We'll take some time to launch the polls as the Zoom Master doesn't have more minutes. We can move on with the meeting and share the launch the polls and then we.
Yeah, no worries. So now we can move to the next section. That's the evaluation section. I would like to hand it over to TM Samita Kar for the evaluation.
Thank you. So we'll move on to the evaluation section. We had 3 speakers. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Mamta Singh. Can we please spotlight the speaker and the evaluator? Toastmaster Mamta Singh and Toastmaster Gauri.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I cannot turn on my camera. Hope that is okay.
It's okay. But can we spotlight them along with the time?
We can't spotlight if the camera is not.
Okay, fine. Toastmaster Mamta Singh. She is a software developer at HCL Software Bangalore. She hails from the steel city of India. Yes, that's a land of MS Dhoni, and her dream is to meet him someday. Her hobbies are traveling and clicking a lot of Instagrammable photos. Toastmaster Mamta Singh.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Samita, for the wonderful introduction. My target speaker, Toastmaster Gauri. First of all, congratulations for completing your path L2P2 on topic precise mistake. Now, coming to your evaluation, your introduction part, how you started your topic, your grandfather example, hospital scene, the girl child, boy child thing. This is something we all are familiar with. And it touched our heart. The moment I saw all those narratives, I thought like, oh my God, this story is again going to be the girl and boy child thing. And this is something which we have all come across in our family, neighborhood, relatives, across everywhere in the Indian culture context. And this is why any girl child feels like to be a girl and to be more than a boy, unfortunately. So I can totally resonate with your story, your topic, and understand from where you are coming from, because we all have seen all those things. Now, coming to the speech objective, I can see you have met the 50% of your objective. The rest, remaining 50%, I will cover in the point of recommendation. Your topic was very familiar with the audience. It was not something which we cannot, the topic was not an alien thing. We all can resonate and understand these things. And it was the topic which touched our heart and a moment of, like, I can say, very touchy for us. Now, coming to the impact, now I can say your speech had a great impact on your audience. The definition of the precise mistake, like despite all our planning, all our knowledge, everything, there is risk mitigation abilities, there is a chance for errors, plus minus margin buffer errors, where the things can go beyond our controls. We cannot control over that, cannot have the control over that. So those things teaches us adaptability, problem solving skills, reevaluate our preconceived notions, belief, assumptions. So these are the takeaways, rich takeaways, which I have jotted down from your speech. And these are something which I believe if we inculcate in ourselves, we can rule the world, literally. Now, coming to the point of recommendation. Your objective was to connect with the unfamiliar audience. Here, unfamiliar audience means unfamiliar topic. But this topic, the girl child, desire to have a boy child, ghar ka chirag over a girl child, this is something which we all are familiar with. So I would recommend you try to experiment more with your topic, more with your context, because you are leveling up in Toastmasters. So you are going through a structured Toastmaster education. So there is no point if you are sitting in your comfort and giving a topic which is in your comfort zone. And second is no pauses during your speech. I understand that we are conducting online meeting and it becomes very hard. Sometimes internet glitch, getting a call and everything. But I would recommend at least for 5 to 7 minutes, because 5 to 7 minutes is not a big deal. You can silent your phone, get into the aeroplane mode and then deliver your speech. Because I can say you have the potential, but being the best version and representing your best version, there is a two different things. Sometimes it happens with me also that I'm not representing my best version. But what we can do is we should reduce this gap and represent our best version. Overall, if I summarize, 50% of your objective was met. Try to experiment more with your topic. No pauses during your meeting. Thank you and all the best.
Let us have a round of applause for our evaluator, well evaluated, evaluator Mamta Singh.
Thank you so much.
Speaker Gauri, I would like to tell you, I agree with what evaluator 1 has said. One thing, kudos to you that in spite of the technical glitch, you could continue where you had left it. That was really well done. Yes, definitely in this era of technology, we need to be mindful of how we can make sure that it goes on without any problem. Second speaker and evaluator, speaker Yogita, will be evaluated by DTM Sourav Dutta. Now, DTM Sourav Dutta, as we all know, is a winner of multiple awards, has completed 9 parts. He is President's Distinguished Division Director, a very wonderful person, wonderful mentor, who not only tries to reach new heights, but takes along with him all of his mentors and fellow Toastmasters along. So, DTM Sourav Dutta evaluating speaker Yogita. Can we highlight them? Both of them are on camera.
Thank you. Timer, you can start the time. Timer, you can start the time now. What's the most sensible thing when you're meeting a group of teachers? Talk about teaching. What's the most commonsensical thing when you're meeting a group of artists? Talk about painting. What's the most commonsensical thing when you're meeting a group of Toastmasters? Talk about communications. Smart move, Toastmaster Yogita Upadhyay, to talk about communications in a Toastmaster meeting, because that's a sure shot bullseye. Because one of the biggest challenges that any speaker faces is, what do I talk about? What do I say? What will be my content? What is the speech title? All that is secondary. The first and the foremost challenge is, what should be the topic? I know that this was a part of a project, so you had to do it. But if I look at it as a standalone speech, it was a good topic for a good audience. The second one, the way you demonstrated the entire thing, about communications. Your speech objective was clearly to be informative and educative. You did it very well. Through simulations, illustrations, and definitions of communication, You did a fantastic job in explaining to us what are the different styles of communication. What could you have done better for us to get the most out of this informative session? First, limit the number of styles that you want. Though you can cover all the styles in 7 minutes, the question is, can we take in and soak in and retain all the styles that you covered in 7 minutes? Second, whenever you talk of a list, remember, it's difficult for us to remember everything on the list. Some of us remember the first item, some of us remember the last item, depending on the kind of bias that you have. Like I am more of a recency bias person. I will remember the last one, which is what you said is initiative, right? Now, to help me remember everything, give me an acronym. For example, you could have given an acronym like, say, SID, right? Supportive, initiating, directive. Now, SID is an acronym which I can easily remember. The third thing, the title. It's okay to be a chameleon. I don't think that this title was very appropriate for this particular speech, because this title gave me a different kind of a perception that people build multiple personalities and all that. It was not so much about a multiple personality or multiple avatars of yourself. It was more about adjusting your communication style based on the situation. So it's not really like being a chameleon in the true essence. There could be a post-scripted definition, but I'm sure there could have been a better title like be adaptive, be communicative. Be flexible, let communication flow like a water. Many, many options you can think of. And one last suggestion, very small one, never ever put gestures in front of your face. If I talk like this, how will you feel? I felt the same way when you did this, right? Don't do that. So that's my only recommendation. That's my only two recommendations for you. Avoid hand gestures in front of your face, limit the number of styles, and use an acronym. Relook at the title, but continue to play on your strength, which is simulation, definition, and illustration for emanating the explanation and the information. Over to you, G.
Thank you for such a detailed evaluation. May we have a round of applause for our evaluator, DTM Sourav Dutta. I do agree with what you have said. One small tip I will give to my speaker Yogita, that if you remove your background while you are speaking, then your hand gestures become more prominent, and we can see, because when we have a background, we tend to lose out on your hand gestures. The third evaluator is Jyothi Mandal. Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal will be evaluating speaker Denver. Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal is working in Course 5 Intelligence Analytic Company, having 6 years of experience. By passion, she is a health coach and a nutrition advisor, helping people in weight management and lifestyle issues reversal. She will be evaluating speaker 3, Toastmaster Denver.
Good morning, everyone, especially Denver, my target speaker. The objective of the speech is for the member to deliver a speech with awareness of intentional and unintentional body language, as well as to learn, practice, and refine non-verbal communication. Denver, I'll talk about what I liked in your speech first. Number one, you started with a wonderful question. What makes relationships so beautiful? And you answered trust, honesty, loyalty, willingness, sacrifice, etc. Good one. Great way to start. Second, your hand gestures, body language, expressions were really good. Content-wise, you have described beautifully what a relationship is, and you spoke about different kinds of relationship with strangers, children, parents, spouse, etc. For example, like you mentioned about relationship with children, pets, play with them, feed them, run with them. That was in a sync. Good one. But okay, number 3, you have concluded beautifully and reminded everyone to embrace and acknowledge people whom we forgot long back, to text them or call them to improve the relationships and be grateful for them, which meets the title of your speech, Beauty of Relationships. Coming to the suggestions, I have few suggestions for you, which will elevate your speech to the next level. Number one, you asked a question, but you didn't wait for an answer from the audience. You answered by yourself, that's okay, but maybe you could have waited for an answer from the audience and interact with them, which makes your speech look more interesting. Right? You can add that interaction and people will be more hooked to your speech. Number two, I felt that there was no proper structure in your speech, body, opening, and conclusion. You may have to work on that because in between I felt transitions were missing. Right? Number three, very, very important. We all know what relationship is, and everybody is experiencing it in their life journey. And you said the same thing, but what can be different in your speech is you could have made your speech more engaging and interesting by adding some personal story, right? What is the beauty of relationship for you? For example, how is the relationship with your parents or your friends? Some personal story, maybe some clashes happen, and then how you improve that, right? So that it'll be like much more engaging, and people can connect with it. Overall, to summarize, great body language, expressions, hand gestures. Your pitch and tone were good, but you may have to work on pauses because I felt it was a continuous speech delivery without much pauses. Right? And add some personal story for the audience to connect with you. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let us have a round of applause for our evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal. That was an in-depth evaluation. Good evaluation. If I may add one more point, that is when you are using your body language, make sure that you are not coming too close to the camera so your head gets cut off. This a little practice you have to do beforehand. Even we are on the online space, we have sufficient amount of space to move around, but that needs a little bit of practice and a little bit of mindfulness to see that we are visible to the audience we are speaking to. Now I'll be calling on my TAGL team to give their report. First, I will ask Timer. Timer, please share your report.
I'll just share my screen. In the prepared speeches, all the speakers completed their speech in time. For table topics, only one speaker was not able to complete, DTM Sourav Dutta. And for the evaluations, only Toastmaster Jyothi Mandal was able to complete her evaluation in time. Thank you.
Please place the timer report in the chat box. Next, our counter, DTM Nancy, can you please place your R counter report?
Yes, I would share my screen. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. All right, from our counters desk, as you can see that these are the number of hours and norms I've captured for all the members who have spoken in today's meeting. Kudos to Toastmaster Samita, Toastmaster Souvik, Toastmaster Sanjeet. I haven't noticed any hours and norms during the introduction, but I'm yet to notice this during his speech as grammarian. However, for Toastmaster Samita, Souvik, and yes, these two people had no R's and Ums. I'll share this report in the chat box. I want to bring your attention more to these points. Toastmaster Inderpal Chadda, she started sentence with, so now we will start. So is not required. In fact, now is something that we can omit. Maybe like is something that she was using a couple of times. This is her repetition that she needs to get rid of. Toastmaster Gauri used mindful pauses, short pauses like Bond, James Bond. So this short pause was creating that desired impact. I would encourage her to continue using the same. These were lovely use of sounds, and then she generated humor with the same. Long pauses to build the suspense during the entire story, that was sprinkled all over, and that was keeping the audience hooked to her story. So that was a job well done. Toastmaster Yogita, she started her speech with, "What is communication?" Then it was a short pause and then followed by an answer. That made it a hyperphora. Whenever it's a hyperphora, this short pause makes a huge difference. Otherwise, the audience would have started answering the question. That way, she has done it very well. Fulfill the orders. That was stressful enunciation on the word orders to impress upon the difficulty of the situation. So that was done well. Again, I noticed a huge pattern in her enunciation of different words during dialogue delivery. Look at the price. So this was done again very well. Multiple times it was done well. These are the two I'm just capturing for her understanding. Next was Toastmaster Denver Diaz, open the door. This is a beautiful pet. So when he was using words like imagine we are here, imagine we are there, pauses are required for people to absorb. So I would encourage him to use certain short pauses during these kind of statements whenever he's making those. Toastmaster Melvia, her crutch word is so. Without further ado, this can be avoided. Toastmaster Sandeep used beautiful location. So this was a mindful to showcase that he's thinking about his experiences that enhance the flavor of the speech. Toastmaster Amit, he has got some unique combination of crutch words. He doesn't use like, he used like the, then the. So this combination can be avoided. Toastmaster Sourav, experience. The more he impressed upon the part experience, the enunciation came out very beautifully to explain how he was feeling during the scene. Similarly, so much into my head. He impressed upon this entire statement. Again, enunciation well done. There was one repetition. He used many options were there. Now, this repetition can be taken as a repetition, but I found it a useful one because he wanted to, again, show more impact. So he used repetition here for impact. So it was a mindful one. This is what is from our counter's desk, and one I used mindfully to think further. Apart from this, there was one repetition multiple times during the break by DTM Sourav Dutta asking for what is the theme, what is the theme, what is the theme. This can be avoided to not irritate the members around. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Ji.
Thank you so much. Let us have a round of applause for such a detailed report. This report we can take back, and for us also to ponder on where the pauses and where we can enunciate the words properly to make it more effective. And now I call upon Grammarian Toastmaster Sanjeet Nayak to give his report.
Thank you, G. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, okay. So the word of the day today was ebullient, and I can see this. These were the different speakers who used Gauri, Denver, Yogesh, Yogita, and Inderpal. So they used these words. They were confident even in their speech to change their speech at the last moment and include this word, that is the word of the day. A lot of speakers used very good messages and the good usage of the English language. I was actually impressed with many of the speakers, and I was so engrossed into their speech that I somehow missed the good usage of English. One example was when DTM Sourav, he was giving his TTM speech. So I was like, okay, all the words are so beautiful and so beautifully used. So that's why I put a line also, beautiful uses of words. Because if I have to capture everything, I have to capture entire speech. Right? So it was very beautiful. And I have put names of every speaker who has used a wonderful usage. Next, there were some rhetorical questions asked by Yogita, like what is communication? Similarly, Yogita also mentioned, do you agree with me on the style? Do you want to be a chameleon, right? These were some questions which were asked. Same with Denver. So he went ahead with what makes a relationship so beautiful. So similarly, Denver had in his speech, like he repeated can be, right? When he opened the door for a pet, it was like can be a dog, can be a cat, right? So these were few very good things to use. Again, in a Denver speech, there was like what makes a relationship so beautiful, and he answered 7 beautiful reasons in his speech. Similarly, in Toastmaster Gauri's speech, she repeated no when it was a time when the delivery was happening, right? So these were few of very good usage of words which were done. Even though all the speakers worked and the speeches were very beautiful and very confidently given, but there was one recommendation from my side was focus on clarity and proper pacing to engage the audience. So somewhere I felt it was not very clear. Some of the speakers were going very fast. Some were taking a long pauses, right? And I would expect that the pacing should be proper and it should be engaged. Before I end, I just want to say thank you to Nancy. Nancy, you had covered almost everything, and it was more of a like it did my work very easy. So like you had covered most of that, what was observed and what was not observed, what was good, what was bad. So that helped me a lot, makes my life easy. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone. Over to you, G.
Thank you. Let us have a round of applause for our grammarian for such a detailed report. And now we will see if you were listening to the whole topic that all the speakers have spoken and the evaluators and everything. And we have for that a listener, Toastmaster Atul. Toastmaster Atul will ask us a few questions for him to know who was listening carefully. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I'm really privileged to listen to very enriching speeches in the meeting. And now the time is a big challenge. I have drafted 5 questions which you have to answer. First question is, who was designated as James Bond by Gauri Aggarwal in her speech?
Her father?
Her father.
Her father.
I think it's grandfather.
Toastmaster Nagesh said, DTM Nagesh said grandfather.
Yes, sir, that's right. And second question is, which board Inderpal Chadda visited in Surat?
Diamond jewelry.
Surat Diamond Bros.
Yes, that's great. That's really very great. That shows that everyone is very cautious in listening. Which hill station Yogesh visited?
Was it Kulu Manali?
Kulu Manali?
Kulu Manali.
Yes, that's great. What was okay for Yogita in her communication?
To be a chameleon.
Yeah. And last but not the least, what RBF stands for?
Resting bitch face.
I was supposed to frame it in a different way, but this acronyms is right. Thank you very much for giving all the answers correct, and shows that everyone is really very much concentrated to not only hear speeches, but also the visions and the speeches of the presenters as well as evaluators. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let us have a round of applause for our listener framing those questions. Coming to the GE's report, Gabbys always have a very high standard. And I was expecting that that standard will be met. Surely it was. Right from the time when we had this wonderful group where everything was provided before time. The meeting started on time, right from the sergeant at arms, the presiding officer, they were ready. and how well the presiding officer started her speech with high energy, making us all engaged in the meeting. The TMOD, I would like to ask TMOD, is this the first time you are taking this role?
Yes.
Yes, you did a wonderful job. Very well done. The theme that you had selected was in sync with everybody. We all are on a journey and we all want to reach our destination. In midst of that, we usually have the fight in our head. What is more important? It is the destination or is it the journey that we have to undertake? A very well thought of team. You have done a wonderful job by selecting this theme, talking on it, and in general, driving the meeting forward. To take your role to another level, there are a few suggestions that can be included. When you are speaking, you can have a script ready where you can speak. Because you're taking it for the first time, I know public speaking is difficult, taking up a role is difficult. Ask me, I always find it difficult to speak, even now. So when you are speaking, you can have some sort of script which will help you to write the meeting. You can ask questions to engage the audience. Instead of asking them that if you have something to say, you can directly ask, what do you feel? Is the destination important or the journey important? And you can ask one or two of them to share their opinion. That engagement will help the people to be connected to you. For timer, Souvik, please do an AV check before the meeting starts. There was some issue of resonance coming that could have been done before the meeting. Next, table topic master. You did a wonderful role in having that was based on the theme. What I found interesting was that the topics were easy enough for everyone to speak. And at the same time, it had that element where people could insert their stories and it was not too easy or no material could be put in that. So kudos to you for selecting the right kind of topic. One small suggestion that I would like to give here is that since table topic is impromptu speaking, it would be good if you can just tell them what is the time limit. I know the timer had set it before, but once again, before starting the table topic, you can put in the timings and when will the cards be shown. All of them may not be aware of what it is and what is the time limit. Secondly, when you are starting the table topic, it's a good practice that you give someone who has already attempted a table topic before, so that there is a flow and then you can keep on calling on other people to take on the table topics. You have done a good job by mixing the in-person people along with those who are online, and you have done a wonderful job on that.
Thank you, Singh.
Coming to our counter, very well done, very detailed report. We can all take note, and whenever there is an our counter report, this report can be added. What DTM Nancy did at the second part. One is pointing out where we have used the words and one where it was used properly. Grammarian, good word of the day. Many of them could use the word, and you also have given a very detailed report. Overall, it was a good meeting, and I hope that all of us take a lot of lessons like I have taken and I've jotted down from this meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks, General Evaluator Samita and the TAGL team. I think there was immense learning and a lot of constructive feedbacks that we all have taken and we all can work on. With that, we can conclude the session. Before that, I just want to share just one note that I came across before I started one of my trip, and that really hit me. So this is again relating to the journey that we are taking. So it says, how could you live and have no story to tell? So with that, I would like everyone to keep focusing on the journey and making a lot of stories that we can share in the end. And now I'd like to hand it over to Presiding Officer Nancy Goel. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Inderpal, our Toastmaster of the day. May we have a round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day. She just reminded me that I need to pack my backpack and go for a trip tomorrow itself. Probably I'll plan for something for tomorrow. Thank you so much. In the meanwhile, we are launching the polls. I would like to hear it from our guest. How was their experience? May I hear it from Sanjay, our guest Sanjay M. Sanjay, are you around? Okay, in the meanwhile, you come in front of your camera or in front of your screen. We'll hear it from Anupama. KC Anupama, are you there? No response. I'll take that as a very positive response. We had a wonderful meeting unless we get a feedback from them. We also have Toastmaster Denver. Toastmaster Denver, how about you sharing feedback?
Thank you, Toastmaster Nancy. This is my second time joining with Gabbys. It's very organized. I love the fact it starts on time and it's been very well organized and planned. I love the fact that it is happening and very much engaging. Everyone's very supportive. And apart from being in my Toastmasters club in Sri Lanka, I also feel like this is very familiar to me, even though I've joined it only for twice. I'd like to join more and see how it goes because it's very organized. That makes me fall in love with the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We would love to welcome you in all our upcoming meetings. We meet thrice a week. You can join any of the meetings whenever you are around. Thank you so much for a lovely feedback. May I hear it from our members as well? Not that we are discounting you. We would love to know it from you as well. How's been your experience? Is there something that you want to share? We can improve upon anything. You know me, I take silence as a very good meeting.
It is indeed a very good meeting, DTM Nancy. It is been a month since I have joined this platform, and it's really an atmosphere where you can speak your heart out, even if you are not taking part in any role. So it was really wonderful. This platform is just top notch.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yogita. I'm loving the fact that you're enjoying it here. We are hearing it from our new Toastmasters. Anyone who's been here for a while and would like to share their feedback? No one? Okay, as I mentioned, no feedback means the best feedback. Everything is going on fine. Otherwise, you'll raise your voice. You can always reach out to us, to the ExCom of the club, and share your feedback whenever there is any. It's time to announce the poll results, and the poll results are ready. They are with me. For today, we had a wonderful set of speakers. We had a wonderful set of main role takers. We had a wonderful set of TAGL role players and evaluators. I'll start by talking about speakers. Our favorite speaker for today is someone who sprinkled a lot of humor here and there. Please put your hands together and congratulate Toastmaster Gauri Aggarwal. Next is evaluators poll. We didn't conduct evaluators poll today since 2 of the evaluators were disqualified. So automatic choice is the third one. Next is table topic speakers. Our table topic speaker, the most favorite tables topic speaker for today's meeting goes to Toastmaster Sandeep Velekar. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sandeep. For main role takers, we had three wonderful people taking up three main roles, TMOD, TTM, and G. And the main role taker, the favorite main role taker for today's meeting goes to Toastmaster. Our table topic master, Toastmaster Melvia Dsouza. Congratulations, TTM.
Thank you.
Lastly, for the TAGL team, it goes to yours truly. With this, our polls for today is over. I congratulate all the winners and all the role takers who have taken part today in today's meeting. With this, as presiding officer for the day, I call meeting number 168 adjourned. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead and a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday at 7 p.m. IST.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.